Episode 41.
41.
Yes,
41.
coming live from Los Angeles.
Live.
What's going on, everybody?
I'm going to tell you what's going on.
What's going on?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a new president-elect.
President-elect.
President-elect Joe Biden.
New president.
Vice
VP.
President Kamala Harris.
That's right.
Yeah. Hey, we got a new black vice president.
Yeah, historical
Yes,
event
female.
happened.
She's
Yes.
attractive.
Joe Biden won with
You know what I'm
the
saying?
Bruh.
We got pretty black
Bruh.
women in the office. What's up? Michelle Obama was the first lady. I'm just saying.
the most votes ever.
Yes.
So that's very monumental.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's about the only thing cool.
So,
Good morning, Vanny.
I mean, it was very
good
eventful.
morning, Vanny.
Do you guys think that Donald Trump will concede? That's my question.
No.
No.
You don't think so?
Not at all.
Has that ever happened before?
Donald Trump about to go to jail.
I don't know
He's-
what he about to do, bro.
He's big mad.
He's super
mad.
What up, Larry?
Hey,
Just a
man.
reminder, the work is not over. People are saying that this is a victory, but it's also a small victory because there's work to be done in this country.
A lot of work
With
still.
COVID, with, disproportionately people being affected by, police brutality. Also, the wealth gap has widened. It's just a lot of things that needs to still be done.
Right.
And I just want to say a reminder to vote in January for the Senate. So,
Yes.
just to, put it out there. Don't stop here.
Yes.
What Shima said.
Steelers are 8-0. Man, boy.
What's
gone.
up with the Raiders, though?
The who?
The Raiders looking
Raiders,
okay.
yeah.
You know
Oh,
what?
they are?
As a Niner fan, I
Okay.
don't like to speak on them too much, but Derek Carr is a decent quarterback.
Yeah.
He's a good quarterback for them. And they do good.
Yeah. Did you hear about the fines?
What
How many
fines?
fines?
Oh, they've been getting fined about the game. Just
Really?
basically, they got fined for the COVID situation.
Oh, yeah.
Violating a lot of rules, basically, or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
It's a lot of
yeah.
sports, a lot of athletes getting fined right now for breaking them COVID rules. It's no
Oh.
joke. Remember Justin Turner did something like that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, forget all of that. I won the chip. It's hard to listen to them rules, though, when you looking around everywhere else and it's inconsistent everywhere else you look. Like, you telling me to follow this, but my coach ain't got no mask on.
But do you think that Las Vegas plays a role in that? They
Uh,
are in Sin City, so I don't know.
Absolutely. Once you get to Sin City, that's a certain energy you in. It's time to rebel. I ain't listening to nothing.
Possibly.
This is Vegas, nigga.
Possibly.
Allegedly.
The city is the sinners.
Allegedly.
But no,
I plead the fifth on that.
I do
1, 2, 3,
think,
4. Fifth.
but I do actually think though that it's hard to follow. Like when you watch the game, there's so much. Like you'll see the commentators, they'll do a clip with them analyzing the game. They ain't got no mask on.
Right,
No
right,
borders
right.
between them. Then you go to another station with a different sport. They got the mask on. You know what I'm saying? Then you got people on the sideline, the
Some
coach.
stadiums got fans.
Yeah, some stadium. It's
Some
not
don't.
consistent.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
It's just starting to
That's
seem
true.
like just
Yeah.
do what we say. When we say jump, ask us how high. It's just control. Like it's just I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, I agree. It's crazy because it's like, it's silly. You see the dudes in the little plexiglass around them, and it's like,
Come on,
man, you right on the other side of this,
Right.
of this glass. Yeah,
Right.
but
Them germs is gonna go up, and then
Right.
down. It's not.
it's like they playing with our mind.
it just went. Hey, I noticed too with this election, this was the first time that I felt that everybody was watching it like an actual sporting event. People were
Yeah.
coming in like, hey, you heard Biden just got 3,000 more votes.
Hey man, this was
You know?
was real.
Yeah.
Like
The swing states and everything. which
we
is
really
crazy.
had this on like it was playoffs.
Yeah,
Right.
nah. Bars have them on and everything.
Yeah,
You know,
I was like,
will say that
My bad.
I guess I'm relieved a little bit.
yeah, it's
We're
the
still dealing with the lesser two evils. You know, I said it. You know, what are you guys gonna do for black people? Straight up. You know,
Right.
like, you know, I know Kamala has a history with her prosecution. Hey, it happened. But what are you gonna do for black people now?
I just know that dude is very upset. He's firing people. He's not saying it's over.
Well, because he's a narcissist. And if you know anything about a narcissistic person, right, you can't leave them. They can't lose. Like, they got to walk away from the situation. That's even in a relationship. So him losing and not being in office, and it's not to his own terms, so he's going to be hot for a long time. He's a petty individual.
He is petty. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's firing people though. He's really
mad.
like, hey, you fired. They're still challenging everything. They don't want to admit that it may be over. Which, that's his right, but it's like, man, no, I don't remember this going down this way. It's like, come on, man.
No, it ain't over till it's over for me.
And one thing I will say is that he may have caused this, because I was thinking about this watching the news. You know how he said it's not even going to be close? I'm about to blow this dude out. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking that kind of sometimes that makes your supporters kind of say, well, maybe I'll stay on. Like, if it's difficult, you know what I mean? Like, say you have to drive a long way to go vote, or if you have, something going on, you might not be as inclined to go vote if you think it's going to be a blowout.
Right.
But on the other hand, if you say, hey, I need y'all help, it's close.
Right. So he might have shot himself.
It's close. Yeah.
Well, all I can say is thank you. If that's what was the results, thank you.
Well, I do want to say also that a shout out to all the groups who energized this vote this time. Youth fuel groups, women power groups, Latinx, Cubanos con Biden, indigenous groups, black women. They say alone Stacey Abrams helped register 1 million voters. You know what I mean? So those are new voters who never voted before, either young or old or whatever. They basically were new voters. So, and we have to keep in mind that it was close also because Trump, he didn't win by a landslide. You know what I mean? This country is still divided in that matter.
Ooh,
super.
That part.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
And have
you have to remember that.
Is still
And look, and to piggyback off of
Both
that,
of them broke records.
She
Both
just
of them,
hit share.
have you
broke
noticed
records.
that these people love this man? They
Exactly.
love this man.
Yeah.
And there's
Yes.
people that hate this man.
Right.
Exactly.
It's not like you can say good game.
Yeah.
It's like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah.
It's like
Right.
Yeah.
it's like what's that comedian? He had that tweet.
Demonetized.
My bad.
Jesus.
Gone.
I have never seen. Wait a minute. I'm just letting
paraphrasing.
y'all know.
paraphrasing.
I'm just letting y'all know. G does not
Excuse
even
me.
use that word in the barbershop.
We actually.
No, I'm just saying that's people's attitude. You know?
Yeah. No,
Pack.
we picked up on that a few weeks
Pack
ago.
your shit.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
It seems everybody's confused, or maybe not confused, but like you said, there's just two extreme opinions about this right now.
Right,
You know,
right,
it really
exactly.
shows how divided we are.
Right. Did you see how they were playing? I know you brought to my attention they were playing like,
please
YG.
play that.
See,
Shout
the
out to
media.
YG.
The media.
F. Donald Trump.
I think he's about
Right.
to pull that up right
Hold
now.
on.
Oh,
Shout
yeah.
out to YG.
So
Fact.
this made
This-
it to.
This
So
was
this
made
was
it.
on the news.
This
This
watch.
is
I'm
on
about
the
to show you. Watch.
news,
Check
bro.
this. Check this out, y'all. This was on
CNN.
CNN.
So CNN must
Going
not
to
like
break. Look.
Must not like Trump.
You see
Check
them all
this out.
seeing our cameras and responding to that. All right,
Oh, they
we're
got
gonna
that
take a
YG
quick break.
bump.
We will be back in just a couple of moments as our special coverage here continues with
Ready
myself and
for
Alex.
it? Wow.
Look at the back. You see the person with the
sign.
Oh,
I'm
man.
telling you.
Right.
Hey, but media is getting
That
a
might
lot
have been
more
an
loose.
intentional. That might have been an intentional
That's
slip.
yeah.
You know?
crazy,
Doesn't it
bro.
seem like media is getting more like loose? Like
Yeah.
they're just letting more things slide.
Hey,
you know?
man.
That was intentional.
We
Hey,
got parental explicit
Damon brought out an
content.
excellent point. He said that he still got the second most votes of all time.
Exactly.
So he
Yeah.
got
That's what
more
I'm saying.
votes than
Exactly.
Barack.
They both
Yeah.
broke records. Exactly.
Wait,
know?
damn.
He got
Exactly.
more votes than Barack Obama.
So does that mean there's still possibly a lot of racist people out there?
Yes.
you know what? That's for sure the case. Like, and I think that doesn't necessarily mean that's why he got the votes. I'm not gonna go that far, but hell yeah, hell yeah, some
people who don't mind negative
That's
rhetoric.
a lot of people that don't like niggas.
yeah.
Right.
Demonetized.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
But doesn't mean you're a racist though if you vote for him. Doesn't mean that.
And not necessarily.
does not mean that you-
No, it
Because he
doesn't.
has like a very hateful
Nah,
you know,
it don't
very
mean that.
hateful
I'm just clowning. It doesn't mean
position,
that.
disposition.
Yeah, it does.
Can I say that? Can I say that? I don't feel that you're racist if you vote for this man, but if you don't have any money, you vote for this dude. I have to really check your character because he's not for you.
So if you
know?
broke,
And that goes back to that Dave Chappelle. Remember what Chappelle said?
hey, but look now, hey, that's kind of what like 50 was kind of alluding
Right.
to, wasn't he?
He's
Like,
talking
man,
about
when
me.
it came down to money,
Hey, I think it's what everybody wanted though. At the end of the day, don't you want to see everybody voting and everybody
Right.
getting involved in the process? So it just so happens that the news and it seems like it could be just me, but for that to slip on CNN and all the outlets, it seemed like they're celebrating, like they tired of covering this guy.
yeah,
I saw from CNN to
Van Jones.
SNL.
Yeah.
Van Jones was crying. I know Van Jones.
Man, that was a.
Even though he
made a hell of
called
a speech.
Mary J. Blige Beyonce,
Right.
that wasn't fair.
Come on now.
I was like,
You
come
cannot
on,
mix
man.
them up. No.
Come on, man.
So he got the second most. So where was Kanye? How many votes Kanye get?
Man, who cares?
Is that even a
Go make some tennis
Come on
shoes,
now.
bro.
Kanye West conceded. He said, I lost.
Duh.
I'm saying we all knew that, but hey, he's trying to.
Hey,
set
he
the
still
tone.
ran. He still ran for president. That's hilarious.
Yeah, and
Oh, that's
and the
a good
thing,
one.
and
That
the,
is
and
a
the
good
thing
one,
is,
Damien.
it's
That is
all
a
about
good-
perspective because a lot of people agree with Trump in the way that he sees the world and the way that he sees the problems that we're facing, and I think moving forward, hey, you got to respect that because that's a lot of people. You got to remember he got more votes than Barack Obama. He got the second most votes of all time.
exactly?
So we can't just have a civil war. We can't just be at complete
you know-
odds with people. It's like, it's a lot of them. Now here, I will say here where we're at in SoCal, I don't see too many people rolling around with the Trump hats and the flags and
Right.
everything. But
Now, I will
Well, you
say
also
that,
don't
I'm
live
sorry.
in Orange County in places that basically,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I try to
Because they
stay.
said Beverly Hills was cracking with
right,
Trump supporters.
exactly.
I try to stay away from
Right.
those areas
Someone
during
told me
these
they
times.
actually
I
shut
tried
down
to, but
the
During
Forum
these
5.
times.
I went shopping, so
Right.
Yeah, but if you see, come on now, keep it a buck. If you see the trucks with the flags, guys, you might go somewhere else to get your goods. You might get right back in your whip.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Nah, I'm just gonna bust
driving
up
from
in the
Ventura, and I was a little nervous.
I'm just gonna bust up in the motherfucker.
Hey,
Fuck
man.
y'all. I'm getting what I'm doing.
Demonetized.
Oh,
Thanks,
man.
Lynden. I will say that though.
Definitely demonetized.
Yeah, definitely.
We could clip. We could clip.
Oh,
that.
well.
That did make me lose my thought.
Oh well. Oh
Dang.
well.
Moving right along.
It does feel good that this is kind of like the beginning of it being over because for a long time I didn't even see the people in my immediate community happy at all. And even if this is like a small little W, I saw people smiling for the first time, in a group setting. I saw some people like, yes, like,
Right.
even if it, like you said, these people everybody has their own problems, their own issues.
Right.
We don't know what's going to happen moving forward, but it did it did feel good to see people,
Now,
So what-
Let
so-
me say this.
at least celebrate.
Yeah.
Like we said, like Damon said, he had the second most votes of all time. I can't. I got to give that to social media. Because I'm pretty sure, anybody else, would have got more votes because it's just, it's out there. Everybody sees it now. You got it on every platform of social media.
So it's well marketed.
I mean, it was well marketed. It was exposed way more than
Even when
usual.
Barack came out, social media wasn't. It was
wasn't popping
booming, but
like
not
that.
like it's on a
It
whole other
wasn't.
level now.
Oh yeah, no, it was
Did
definitely.
we even have Instagram when Obama was in office?
I don't even.
It
know.
was- it
I
came.
I didn't.
We didn't have,
But
none-
I get what
we-
you're saying.
We definitely
Yeah.
didn't have them other ones. Snapchat,
You know,
no TikTok,
exactly.
and none of that shit.
It's well marketed.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Right.
I got you. I feel you.
One thing I will say again is, okay, I'm glad. You know, some of us are glad he's out of office. You know,
What
They said
now?
Melania trying to talk to him, like just going out there and you gotta face your fears. Tell him you lost, man.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody ready to go. He like no. So
Yeah.
we gonna see.
my thing. But like I said, you know, since we got the new elect in, what are you going to do?
Exactly.
black
The
people.
clock is ticking.
Man,
and
they
Ice
don't
Cube,
do
hey,
nothing, man.
Ice Cube better go meet with these people, man. You
Yeah.
said all that. You gonna meet with whoever.
Meet with them.
Yay.
Ice
Yeah.
Cube.
Go meet with
You know, Lil, I can't even say nothing about Lil Wayne. Dude, bless your heart, man. You know that.
wanna
Hey, we
say-
did
Yeah,
have
your
some people
opinion.
supporting them, huh?
Right.
A lot of them.
people.
You know.
Right, exactly. But shout out to Sika. Y'all go visit Leimert Park, SO1 Books. Support your local businesses. Go
That's
patronize
right.
the people in Leimert Park. Wear your mask. Just a shout out. T-shirt. Y'all pick up your merch. Also.
Sika, huh? I got to check that place out. I've been to, I think it's Napoli Ever After.
Okay.
They sell like herbal products and
right,
stuff.
right.
Oh yeah, shout out to Chacho Tees too.
Oh
Homie
yeah,
T.O. made
Yes,
this shirt right here.
yes.
It's fresh.
Exactly.
He
I
does
have mine on.
customized shirts.
yeah. I think I
yeah.
had mine on yes
Support.
last week or something. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll put a link in this video, a description. But yeah, shout out to Chacho Tees, man.
Uh-oh,
Yes.
that's what we hitting next?
So we on
Yeah.
to
Monogamy.
Okay.
Oh man,
So let's go.
Moving right in.
So this has been a hot topic in the shop.
it's it
it's
keeps
a lot of
on coming
videos.
up. And
Tell us about
it.
it,
Was a
Jason.
video that I just so happened to come across on World Star, and once again, I don't know the young lady, but she was in her car and she was pretty much expressing that we all do. We all want some type of security or monogamy, but a lot of us do not know the responsibility of asking your partner for full monogamous relationship.
Break
And
down
what
that
she-
responsibility,
Yeah, yeah.
Jason.
Well,
Break
where's
it
the
down
video?
for us. Break it down for us.
So in the video, you know, and I'm not saying I agree with everything she says, but in the video, she makes a lot of good points.
ooh.
what's your favorite point?
Where just in general, you know, your partner doesn't want you speaking or interacting with, you know, anybody from the opposite sex. They want you to come to them with everything. But, you know, we all know that, you know, you can't get everything from one person. You know, I know that we all in here as this community, we get different views and opinions from everybody. You know, so that's just in here. So just imagine trying to get, you know, all your eggs from one person who isn't all the way well-rounded. Because none of us are all well-rounded. You know, and some views are going to be better, you know, in different aspects.
So you
I'm
know
not even
me.
talking about
Are
the
you
sex.
gonna-
I'm
are
not
you
even
gonna play
talking
the
about
video?
sex aspect.
I'm big on definitions. So it says the practice or state of having a sexual relationship with only one partner. That is the definition. So I don't know if that don't sound like it's too complicated. You know, that's just having sex with one person at a time
But if you think about
while you in that relationship.
you know, the responsibility of, you know, I may have a low sex drive, you know, you may have a high one, you know, it's like, you know, you got to accommodate all that. You know, that stuff is real
So
difficult.
can you be monogamous and unhappy?
Yeah.
I mean, I
Facts.
think that sounds like a cop-out. Because honestly, when you think about monogamy and everything else in life, it's about a choice.
It is.
So
But the
choose
thing
up.
is,
You know what I mean? Choose up. Don't say that you're going to be with a person or, you know, basically making that choice to be with them, and then you do something else. If you're going to change your mind, announce that, say that shit, and then move right along.
Say
you know
that
what I mean?
shit.
That way you walk away with your integrity.
Right.
and I agree
So-
with that. But like I said, some of the
That's where I
stuff,
stand on
you know, we don't, you know, you don't know the responsibility. You know, you don't. You know, a lot of us do not know the responsibility. Even
Yeah.
still, you know,
I mean, that's it's just like, I feel like this. As far as like morale or responsibility or whatever, that's across the board.
Yeah.
There's no basically one way in training for being a parent. You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah.
Most
it's
people
not.
have babies or whatever from sex, and then you thrown into being a parent. Even if you plan, there's no basically one book to tell you everything about parenthood or even everything about yourself or what kind of parent you'll be. You know, so you may strive for the best, and I think that that's everybody's responsibility to just try to be the best them and whatever. So
Damon
Anyway.
said monogamy is a choice in the chat room. He says monogamy is a choice. If you choose to participate, then it's on you. And
that's what I'm saying.
I agree.
That's more like right, exactly.
It's like both partners. Anytime you enter any type of situation, it's up to you to express and explain what you expect, and it's up. Now, here's the thing that I think people aren't doing. You aren't keeping it real.
And you're not having that conversation.
Right.
I don't
See,
think.
because a conversation is a conversation. If I say, that's like you can go to somebody and say, look, I want this to be an open-ended relationship. I want to be able to do my thing. You can do your
Facts.
thing.
Facts.
We're going to come together and we're going to do X, Y, and Z. If y'all agree on that, y'all agree on that.
Right, let the woman make the
Right.
choice. Or
Yeah.
well, see, that's how I operate. When
Yeah.
I'm single and I'm moving, if I'm not gonna cheat on nobody because I ain't about to deal with all that shit. So if I want to move and I want to deal with different
Demonetized.
people, then you gonna know that's what it is from the jump.
And I
I'm
think there's
gonna
a lot of
explain
couples
that.
out here now doing that, putting it out there, like Monique. I think somebody told me Tiana Taylor.
Yeah,
You
this
know, so
Right.
it's
This
like
thing
a lot
is-
of people
is
saying,
starting to
okay,
Wait, they
Come-
putting what out there? What you talking about? I missed that. I'm going to daydream for 1 second. What you
that
talking
they
about?
have open relationships.
Yeah.
Right.
Basically, we're talking about the open relationship.
Open like what? Like a 7-Eleven? Like what you talking about?
I mean, that's what I take
Open
it
like
to mean.
they can
I
go
don't know.
outside of that relationship and sleep around, and that's their business.
What is that called?
that's
Open
not-
relationship.
Open relationship.
It don't
Yeah.
got no like monogamy type name to it?
It's something, but I don't know.
I'm
It's
going to have to
just-
look that up.
I just personally, I think
It's not polygamy.
It ain't polygamy.
what ends up happening though is that if you enter, see that's what it said. It has to be a conversation. That's like a communication. Because if you go into a monogamous relationship, that means y'all had to have known this is what we're agreeing to. We're going to only deal with each other. Blah blah blah.
But-
if you start stepping out of it, then now you're cheating. And if you knew you was gonna cheat, then we should have just kept it a buck from the jump.
But how
But-
many
wait a
people
minute,
are
hold
going to
on.
be in something and say, okay, look, if you are with me, you with me, but then what if you change your mind?
Then
How
you
many
had that
people- you know,
conversation.
So just like I said, in the earlier from the video,
Yeah.
she was explaining just like how George had to bring up the definition. Everybody does not know the definition
Right.
of the true
Right.
of true monogamy.
Okay.
So we get into it and be like, oh yeah, we're being monogamous, but we don't actually know exactly what the point, or the case of monogamy is. The whole responsibility.
Right.
So you can say, yeah, I'm gonna do it, but then when you're in it, because just like the last video we saw where the couple was on the podcast and she was like, if I'd have known, what I knew now back then, I probably would have had a, second thought about
Right.
being married and everything.
Right.
So, it's just piggybacking off that to this right here.
Yeah, but that lady, she was really, she had some strong opinions.
She has some strong
That was
opinions.
all in support for,
Can you bring that up, G?
Yeah, are we gonna watch that?
Just a small clip. So if somebody wants to check this out,
I would, but I'm looking at it. It got all your screen on there. So
oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, yeah, you can't do that. All right, my bad.
Yeah. I'll put the link in the
Yeah,
description.
You can,
Okay.
you can bring up the link.
I said I'll put it in the description.
Okay, perfect. Okay, we're gonna have the link in the chat. So
Oh, somebody said, Too Much Crush said Thanksgiving's going to be awkward. The in-laws are heavy Trump supporters, but me, wifey, and her brothers hate Trump, so dinner going to be weird.
Oh, cause you done got in one of them. I ain't gonna go there.
Right,
Yeah.
right. That was back to the
Hey.
first topic we talked about.
Hey,
what's that song?
David.
That
You know
is
I know
weird.
you,
That
D.
was-
I'm gonna call you with a joke.
We are blended.
Right.
Hey, it's all
You
good.
knew, man. You knew that's what it was
Right.
gonna be.
Hey, man.
Damon says, grown people communicate. Let your feelings be known. You'll be surprised how people can adjust. Even with that, and I agree. I'm reading this book. It's called The 7 Principles of an Effective Relationship or of Marriage, some shit like that. Excuse me. And even in there, it says communication just ain't it.
Right.
Because you can communicate to somebody and they can be you know, you can be listening to somebody, you know, like down, you know, like degrading you, and it's like, but it's communication. No, it's not. You know,
Right.
It's
Oh no, that's bad. That's
you know, like
that's toxic.
yes.
That's negative.
You know, so communication, you know, it's more than just communication. Everybody
Right.
always says it takes, you know, communication relationship. It takes way more than that.
Plus,
Right.
I think things change. Like sometimes a lot of times what happens too is people will have a conversation, and say you're in a new relationship and you say, okay, we keeping it light. You know, I'm seeing other people, and then your feelings can change. Things can grow, and you need to have another conversation. You know what I'm saying? You need to update. Anytime your feelings are changing and what you expect from your partner is changing and your behavior is changing, you need to have that discussion, because that's like the terms of a contract. That's the terms, and you know, when you read through that fine print, and that's where people get off on the wrong foot. It's like we a lot of times assume that people are on the same page as us. So it's like you'll hear a lot of times people will say, "Oh, we doing all this couple stuff. We going on vacation. We sleeping together. We yada yada yada." And it's like that don't mean the same thing to everybody.
Right.
It
Some
don't.
people do that with anybody they get along with. So that doesn't put you in a special place.
People are so complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, it's but
It's-
people are
it's difficult.
complicated. You
Right.
know, that's the messed up. I mean, that's the good part about being human, because we're everybody different.
Exactly,
You know,
exactly.
it's the bad part too, because everybody human, and you can't figure out what everybody thinking about or how everybody feel.
So my thing is this: as far as like,
No, I did not hate on communication.
you know how
Damn, shut up.
you touched on the
That boy be
basically
out
the
for
high
you.
sex drive and the
Yeah,
low.
I'm gonna start getting on this nigga
The
head
low
in a
sex
minute.
drive or whatever. What
Yeah.
if that switches? Because you know sometimes it's like hormones and everything else that are involved or whatever.
Right.
Do you think that people's like attitudes change when it's like a hormonal thing or something going on? What if that's just how it is for the rest of, you know, whatever?
And
Or the relationship,
That's a
you know
good.
what I mean?
That's
think
a
you gotta
great.
stress
That's a
what-
great question.
Even stress can basically affect.
That's a
your
great
sexual
question.
drive,
Stress-
you
If
know?
that
Losing a-
happens though, you got to be a little bit more solid than that
Stress,
too. You
losing
know what
a
I'm saying?
family
Like
member,
that's when the
everything.
relationship come down to what we really got going on here. Is it this?
Nah, but
is-
that's a good point though.
like so where if you ain't sexually in the mood no more, so what? I'm just gonna start dogging you now. It got to be a little bit more
But
depth
that-
to your
that-
I'm just
relationship,
saying,
don't it?
like, what
That
do
is a
you
good
know,
point,
and some
though.
I know, I
people-
get it.
Some people.
What if you get with somebody and they on a medication or something, or they go through a change and it's like they don't want
Hey,
it no
man,
more?
that's life.
But
What do you mean
how you
that's
gonna
life?
deal? That, you know what I'm saying?
But you got to deal with it properly. But that don't mean I'm just gonna go get some side.
I'm not.
You
No,
know
I'm
what
not
I'm
saying
saying?
that. I'm just saying that's.
Or you
it's
got
not
to deal with that though.
What
I'm
if you
saying it's
have
not
a
always as simple
insatiable
as-
sex drive, though.
insatiable. That's a
I'm just saying.
that's a Prince.
Wow.
That's a Prince song. I remember that. Hold
I'm
on.
just saying. What I mean, some people are that's big for them, and then other people are actually addicted to sex.
Right.
That's
So-
that's different.
How is that like a game changer when you're dealing with people? You know.
Right.
I guess
Yeah.
you just
Anyway.
change it. If you got a sensational sex drive and somebody
Hey,
else
okay.
doesn't, I think you need to change it.
There's
Change
some
it.
people.
I'm
out here
big
who
on
don't even wanna
definitions.
wait
Hold
till
on,
the
hold on.
definition.
I'm gonna hit you with insatiable. It says of an appetite or desire impossible to satisfy.
Oh,
So that's
Impossible.
yeah. It
Jesus.
ain't no way to fill that void.
Then you can't be with that person.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
You need to join the porn industry then
Yeah.
I mean,
and get your socks knocked off.
Get your go get your Wilt Chamberlain on. Go get your Wilt on, because I ain't. Yeah, you ain't got nothing for nobody that you can't even satisfy. So that's different.
hey, man,
Yeah.
yeah.
But like you said, high and low, that's a conversation you're
Yeah.
gonna have to have, because you got to figure this. Okay, what if everything about somebody you get along with, you know, the way they handle finances, their personality, y'all just mesh, but then you got a high sex drive, they got a low one, or vice versa. Yours is low and theirs is high.
Right.
You know, because a lot of times, I'll keep it a buck. You know, we have some men come in here every blue moon, and they're significant other wants it more than they do, and they look at that as like a chore or a task. So it don't always go. We just assume a lot of times it's the men with the high sex drive. Sometimes it's the women, and the men are like, I got to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I ain't even tripping.
And don't get me wrong, like I said, this conversation wasn't supposed to be just about sex. It was supposed to be just, you know, the whole responsibility of the relationship. But, you know, that's our time for the day, y'all.
All right, y'all.
Man,
Love y'all,
that
ABE.
was fast.
Like, subscribe, and share. It's how much J Money?
Free
90.
99.
All right.
Thank
Thanks for watching.
Congratulations, new
Thanks to the
president,
little
y'all.
support I had
And
on
vice
IG. We're
president.
going to grow this. Thank you.
That's right.